What's going on YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 video. Now this is going to be everything that we know about Warlords of New York, or the Division 2 Year 2, or the Division 2 2.0, whichever one you want to call it. But anyways, this is going to be mainly focused at the in-game portion of Warlords of New York and what we have learned from either the developers themselves on social media or the most recent state of the game. Now, we all know Warlords of New York comes out next week, March 3rd. So you can already pre-order it. You can already get, a level boost for your character right now and all that jazz. We're not really here to talk about that. We're mainly here to talk about the in-game, because the way they have structured their in-game now is in between, like, say, the Division and Fortnite had a baby. And I'll explain all this in this video. So this might be a little bit lengthy, so buckle up, get your listening ears on, and join in on the conversation. If you guys want to know what I'm doing in this video, I am actually on my hardcore character. I do have a hardcore character, and he is a 500. What I'm doing currently is I'm clearing my map and everything, making sure there's nothing I haven't really completed. Make sure I'm world tier 5 with all my skills unlocked. And then I can go into year 2 on my hardcore character, the very first day. But that's all going to be in another video. So if you guys want to listen to level 40 in-game details, news, timelines, all that jazz, and get all hyped for year 2, then yeah, let's get into this. I'm Kamikazevondoom. If you like it, hit that like, subscribe. If you have anything to add, hit me up in the comment section below. But let's go ahead and start about seasons. So we all know with Warlords of New York, there's going to be a level 31 to level 40 campaign where you have to grind all over again those levels. There's not going to really be any gear score anymore. It's just going to be level based. That way no one gets confused, because we all know gear score levels really didn't matter in the Division at all during year 1. In fact, the only thing gear score had to do with anything is getting through the world tiers, but once you were world tier 5, it didn't matter what your gear score was. So they're actually getting rid of that completely for year 2. Instead, for year 2, it's just going to say 31, 32, all the way up to level 40, and then that's it. Level 40 is going to be your max, and then you want to start farming for your god rolls once you hit level 40. But after that campaign and you hit level 40, they have gone ahead and given us a timeline calendar starting March 10th, leading all the way up to May 26th. So let me go ahead and get through this calendar, and then I can explain to you guys how the whole Fortnite and Division aspect came into this. So, Season 1 will start March 10th. That is 1 week after the launch of Warlords. So you have 1 week to get from level 30 to level 40, and then boom, Season 1 starts. Now, the way Fortnite does seasons is they do seasons where you can progress through the season, play it for free, and then if you want, extra stuff or extra outfits, extra whatever, you buy the battle pass, and then you get that extra, inventory and rewards for completing the same level that everyone else completes. So you basically get, twice the amount of rewards. Well, they are adapting that with a little Division spin. So the way seasons will work is each season is 12 weeks long. And then after each season, there's like a 1 week off, like, breather period where they're going to give us, little teasers and stuff for the next season. And then that following week, the next season will start. This is going to be non-stop content. So just get ready, because if you've been playing Division 2 and you thought this was dead, or you haven't been playing Division 2 because you thought the game was dead, this is a complete 180. This is giving you non-stop content every single week, no matter what. It doesn't matter if you're a casual player, hardcore player, you will get new stuff to do every single week. It's going to be quite a lot to ingest, I'm telling you, because we all remember year 3 of the division where they introduced global events that happened every month, and then it just kept going and kept going. You can get on the division right now and still hit global events because they're still going. Well, they're doing that for the Division 2, but on steroids. It's like them and Fortnite got together and they made like this like Battle Pass seasons baby in the Division 2. So, starting March 10th, a week after Warlords comes out, we get our first Manhunt. That's a PvE based Manhunt. Don't get confused with the Dark Zone. So this Manhunt is us literally hunting down a person. It's going to be a named enemy. The way it's going to work is we're going to have like objectives and activities and missions to go through, like a little lore build up, and then once we complete all that, then that named enemy, we'll get to battle them. And then whenever we kill them, we'll probably end up getting like a new named weapon or named item from them, whatever. So that's the very first week. The following week, March 17th, we get the West Side League. Now, leagues are these like 1 week activities where it's leaderboards and it's PvE based leaderboards. So whether it be completing missions, whether it be time trials, whether it be killing certain enemies, whatever, there's going to be leaderboards and they'll keep resetting over and over. That way, you don't just top the leaderboard and then stop playing. You have to, continuously grind. And bringing back leaderboards and tiers also brings back those leaderboard rewards. If you guys remember in global events and in the Dark Zone in Division 1, every week there was a new reset to the leaderboards, and if you were top of the leaderboards, you got a special cache, giving you special rewards. Same thing is going to apply for year 2, where you're going to get those leaderboards in the league, and at the end of it, you'll be able to get additional rewards on top of getting the rewards from doing the league. So it's so much to cover because it's so much going on here. It is non-stop. So those are leagues. And then the following week after that, March 24th, is going to be our first Division 2 global event. Now that's going to be huge. It's called the Polarity Switch, and I'll put all of these calendars and all these screenshots I've taken on my community tab. So if you guys want to see any sort of reference while I'm talking about this, go to the community tab and I'll have huge images. That way you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But the Polarity Switch global event is going to start on March 24th. That's going to bring back Striker Battle Gear. That's the gear set from the Division 1. They made a Division 2 spin on it. That's coming out. And then also they are coming out with a DZ-based gear set. Kind of like Banshee, but not really Banshee. I'm a huge Banshee fan from Division 1. And this is like, it's kind of a little less satisfying. It's called the System Corruption gear set. And that one's going to give you things that are based, it'll help you in the Dark Zone. So they're bringing those two gear sets back with the global event. And that global event starts on March 24th. Now, right after that global event starts on March 31st, we get our next Manhunt. And that's the next, underling to Keener. And remember, after all of these, after all the underlings, it builds up to us actually facing Keener. And then, it says we defeat Keener, but we never know what's really going to happen. So, March 31st, we get another Manhunt with another named weapon or item, whatever. And then April 7th, we get another League, which is another set of exclusive rewards and leaderboards and, stuff like that for you to go for. It's just non-stop. March 31st, we get a new apparel event. And all of this is going on while the season 1 is going on. So you'll be able to get your rewards and everything while this is going on. April 21st, we get our third Manhunt, our third named enemy. April 28th, we get another league called Home League. And then May 5th, we get additional global event. Now that one is going to carry gear set items they have not talked about yet. So that's going to be exciting. From the image, and if you guys look in my community tab, I'll post an image of this. If you look at the image for reanimated global event, it kind of looks like a Deadshot symbol from Division 1. If you guys remember Deadshot, it was basically a sniper gear set. So that's pretty interesting. And then May 12th is the fourth Manhunt, and that will lead up to Keener. And Keener, I believe, is going to be at the end of Season 1. Now, remember, we are going to have a week break at the end of the season. So May 19th, we'll hit another league, the Hill League. And then May 26th, we'll have a Guardians global event, which is another global event with more gear set items. So this goes all the way out to the end of May. So then June is when they're saying they're going to try to have the raid ready. And then I'm assuming we're going to face Keener in that raid. But that's my guess, because it shows in this screenshot of the calendar that after all of this and Season 1 is done, it's going to go to, the big boss, which obviously I'm assuming is Keener. So that is your calendar for Season 1. Now let me talk about the Battle Pass and how this relates to Fortnite. So all of that I just talked about will all be happening within Season 1. So everything you do during that entire time span between March and basically June, it will add up in that season. So on top of your progression bar, your DZ progression bar, you're going to have a seasons progression bar, and it's going to be a green bar. Now, that will go from level 1 to 100. They have already shown that at level 100, you will get that exotic. Each season is going to feature a new exotic. So you're going to want to hit level 100, that way you can get it. So the way the Battle Pass is integrated into this, they call it a premium pass. For the very first season, so from now until June, we get all this for free. This is while we are doing Warlords of New York. We, get the first premium pass for free. That way we can see what the premium pass is all about. However, when all of this is done in June, you will have Season 2. When Season 2 hits, you will have to buy the premium pass. That way you can get the premium rewards while you're leveling up throughout the season. Because remember, just like Fortnite, if you don't have the Battle Pass, you only get like half the rewards, which, isn't that great. So you're going to want the Premium Pass or the Battle Pass, however you want to talk about it. Now, the price for it, they said, is going to be $10 or 10 euros or 10 pounds. Whatever it is in your part of the world, whatever your currency is, they said it's going to be, the equivalent to $10 or 10 euros. So it's not going to be too much, but remember, that's going to be every 12 to 13 weeks. So obviously that'll add up throughout the year. Now, going through that is about the seasons. We talked about the global events, we talked about the leagues, we talked about the apparel event, and the manhunts leading up to Keener. Now, the other thing they showed, and I will put all the screenshots throughout my community tab, that way you guys can see everything that I've seen, is you're going to get progressions and you're going to get special, unique rewards for each of these things. So the reason why I'm calling this non-stop content is because you will get, special patches, you will get special, gear, you will get special skins, outfits, all of that for doing all of these activities. So it's pretty much non-stop every single week. It keeps you coming back to this video game. So, in my opinion, yes, the Division 2 has made a complete 180. They've basically taken details from other video games, including Fortnite, and develop, developing their own taste on it. And I think from the looks of it, it looks like they've done a great job. They kind of shut us out this entire year to do this, but I think this is looking to be a great change to the Division 2. I think the community is going to change, and I think it's going to blossom and get to the point where we all thought the Division 2 was going to be when it first launched. So this is great news. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are super excited. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a separate video on how I am personally preparing for the Warlords of New York, because it is only a few days away. So I'll probably do one last build video. I'll do a video on how I'm preparing for Warlords of New York, and then that's pretty much it for the most part. I'll keep checking the vendors and all that jazz to help you guys out, but besides that, there's not much more we can do. Just prepare and get ready for Warlords of New York. So, let me know in the comment section below what you guys are excited for. I'm super excited for the leaderboards. I'm super excited for the leagues. I think the season aspect is going to be really cool. I personally want to see a lot more apparel come out with year 2. I think having a lot more unique apparel would keep people coming back, just like Fortnite. I'll keep making that comparison because both of these video games are a part of Epic Games on PC, and they're both going to start showing very similar attributes. But alright, you guys, that's it. I'm going to continue on this hardcore character. I'll probably release a video tomorrow on how I've prepared for Warlords of New York. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.